Hey guys, it's here again. So today, the day I'm recording this being the 15th of March, as opposed to the day this comes out, there's been a lot of interesting things that have basically come out today, or at least over the past few days. Stellaris now has a definite release date of early May, EU4 has a release date of early June, the first bit of the Fallout 4 expansions is going to come out next week. I mean, there's EU4 Mare Nostrum is going to come out. Well, no one knows quite that as of yet, but hopefully it'll be coming out soon. But one thing that did come out is apparently that the Steam database for the game was updated, and we now know what the new achievements are. So there is a fair few achievements related to the new African nations that are going to be... Sorry, it's more up here rather than down here. Up and around this area, there's a couple of them that have achievements related to them. I believe there's Korean achievement. There's an achievement for Manipur, the little OPM animist dude in here. There's an achievement for Manipur, and apparently, I don't know, Phil's been going, or sorry, I should probably say the main team has been going pretty interested about that one, I believe. But yeah, there's one for Manipur. A few others around, I believe. There's one for the Russian miners, and I can't remember off the top of my head where the others are. There's a few of them. I don't know if there's much really in Europe, but you know, there's a fair few out there. I think there was one for there's one for Pheasant as well, and I think there's one for the Somalis as well with regards to gold, which might not be too hard. But anyway, we're still here in Cossacks. We're going to continue with something else that I haven't done, and I don't know if this is going to be considered a bit too kind of samey compared to the last two runs I did, because the last two runs were taking over an entire trade good and starting as someone small and pretty much conquering a crap ton, or conquering stuff over in the New World. So we're going to basically combine the two, and I'm going to go for Meissner Porcelain, which requires you to start a Saxony and own all the Chinaware in the world. As with Tropical Wood, you're thankfully a bit you don't have to go too far, or, well, I don't say too far, I don't have to go really too wide for getting it. All the Chinaware is based mostly in and around Ming, and there's a bit around Korea, Japan. You're basically focusing all the way around here into Indochina, Southeast Asia. As well, that a few of these provinces can potentially spawn Chinaware. I'll need to look at that. I don't think you can actually... No, there's no trade good map mode here right now. But yeah, that's basically what you need to do. Start a Saxony and get all the Chinaware. So it might be similar enough to Lucca, in which it is start up, build a power base in Europe, and just get your ass over here as quickly as possible. It might not be as easy because Saxony is a lot more landlocked than Lucca was, so getting a coast might be a bit tougher. I'm unsure if it's going to be, through Pomerania or possibly up here, go through Oldenburg and East Frisia, get one here, and then just wait until, dip 11 and Colonial range myself all the way down here and just slingshot around to get over here. I don't know how easy it's going to be. I do know that a couple of people have actually done it where they've basically started a Saxony and just snaked their way all the way through Asia to get to Ming. And that way is just... border gore. I'm not a fan of border gore. I'll try to avoid border gore if I can, at least when it comes to connecting or when it comes to getting over there. But anyway, Saxony, 5 provinces, 46 development. Not great, although you are somewhat better than a lot of your neighbours. Except for maybe Brandenburg and of course Bohemia, who have basically double you and then some. But thankfully start with an interregnum, so they're not too much of a pain. Really, you just need to consolidate so much of your power base, which might be somewhat easier considering you do have cheaper development costs. Which is actually... I just noticed that if you don't have common sense, or no, if you don't have common sense for developing, you get 2 lots of goods produced. That's a lot of goods. Anyway, let's get into this. Obviously we need to turn that on, then I need to put a save in, so... Please tell me I can actually spell this correctly. And yes, I'm going to be I'm actually yeah, gonna hover over here and actually make sure I can see over here, so I know exactly how the hell to spell it. German miners is not really something I've played much of, with the exception of achievements. As we know, obviously Switzerland won, there was the Hessian Mercs one. But other than that, I don't think I've really done much around here. Anyway, oh yeah, let me get the outlier back on. I've had these turned off for the past couple of things I recorded in this. So yes, Saxony, 5 provinces. 46 development, start with only making a ducat. So your advisors are slightly cheaper, 0.9 instead of a ducat, which, okay, doesn't really add up for the cheaper ones, but for the more expensive ones, yeah, it's great. As well as cheaper development costs, so yay, we gain 10% off of this. Yay, that's not really great considering you have woods, hills, woods, more woods, so you have woods everywhere. Is there even any farmland around here? If you take something off of Bohemia, there's farmland, great. Also, Bohemia has started rivals, 3 rivals, Bohemia, Brandenburg and Magdeburg, really? Magdeburg. Okay. We'll need to consider where we can potentially get friends here and there and around here. Although, oh, you rival Poland to start with. That's interesting. Didn't think the Emperor would go with the Pole to start with. And who hates Bohemia? Just the TO, Brandenburg, and Hungary, perhaps. Perhaps Hungary. If we have similar friends. You don't dislike Hungary. Burgundy doesn't really care. Denmark would be interesting. No. Yeah, the Poland hating Austria is definitely going to be something interesting. I don't know where Austria is going to go, and they also hate Venice. That might end up with, you never know, Austria-Frenchy. Might be something that happens, or the Muscovite. No. I don't know, I haven't really played the start, so I don't know what to factor in. So you start with your von Vetten of 430, and your heir is a 215, who's 1, so you can't even put him on the battlefield, but there's some good mill, which could be useful early on, improve relations with people, PI, blah 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 blah. Oh yes, definitely turn this off, because we cannot reform into Prussia, as in order to get Meissner Porcelain, you must remain a Saxony. Cannot reform into Prussia, which is unfortunate because, you know, Prussian Space Marines would just waltz through anywhere and everywhere around here. So we can have a force of a 10, which we're making again a ducat, so I don't know if that's going to change once this comes into play. Your money is feckin' nothing because the Saxony trade node is shit. I want to try and get up into Lubeck as soon as possible. Where even is a decent... Are there even any centers of trade around here? Not from what I could tell. Province trade power, Prague. Oh, Prague is a center of trade for it. And that's basically it. So even in your own trade node, Bohemia pretty much kicks your butt in it. Well, that's a pain. We'll not worry about those for now. We'll not worry about those. So, that means we need to get us an army, and our manpower is pitiful. As for, early estates. So the nobility controlled 30% of our land. Do they have multiple provinces? Why do they have multiple provinces to start with? And that's a 331s. Why do the nobility have these? They'd be much better with these 442s. I mean, yes, it's more development to give them, but wool is shit. At least here dies. That is brilliant. I don't want to be wasting 25% of that on nobility. As for here, more wool, but again, it's like a 331. I'd much rather like have this available to throw at like the clergy or something if necessary. Yeah, you really don't start with much, if anything. You don't even have the mill to be boosting that up. I'm tempted that I need to... Tempted to even focus mill from the get-go, because that is a 0. Although you do catch up rather quickly with your veteran there, number 3. Or in the air. Right, ideas, yeah, development and advisor costs, we get to chance of new heir, yeah, goods produced, diplo rep, tolerance of heretics, so good for going Protestant, relation, tax, and discipline, and yearly prestige, so they're all kinda if you will. We already start with 2 cav, 0.52, so I don't see the need in adding more cav, at least not immediately, so Immediately, we'll take the 3 of them. And that's pretty much all I can think of. We're not going to be anywhere near improving prestige. And, Anhalt. Anhalt would... Wow, the economic base is... What? Diplo-vassling around here is going to be like nearly impossible. Look at that economic base, because they have a what? They have 6 development to my 50... 6 development to 46, and that is a negative 65 for economic base. Like, what? Like, what in the actual? That's weird and stupid. Alright, rivals. I guess we'll start with the obvious. Those 2 guys next door, and I guess if Magdeburg did it, Magdeburg can have it. Alright, start improving relations with you. And Pomeranian, the TO. TO's going to get eaten by Poland too much. I guess the Hungarian. Not really much you can do when you only have 2. When you only have those 2 available. 43032. Ugh. Honestly, I know you have good points, but I'd much rather you on the battlefield, just on the off chance you can actually move to the next guy. Ugh. I don't like this start. Day 1 levy. Day 1 levy. Can someone say no? I barely have any money as it is, so Day 1 levy. Right, Brunswick and Lumberg. Both Brunswick and Lumberg. You dislike Magdeburg, but I can't bring you in. Brunswick, sure. Lumberg, I'm not sure I particularly care too much, but fine. Fine. Let's just start by playing a diplomatic game around here, but there's really not much of a diplomatic game to think of, really. And of course you allied the Pole. Why am I not surprised? And the PU. Yep, kind of typical. Fine. Just work on these bloody royal marriages, I guess. Something just in the meantime. Right, you would not... I'm getting closer there. Okay, have taken your regent. Yeah, Shadow Kingdom, whatever. Oh, I should make that friendly, just in case. Similarly to the Poles, just to make sure to keep it up like that. As Bohemia, Poland, Wurzburg, I don't think so. I've already got enough, I've got 2 slots used up as it is, and I'm saving them for something that matters. Okay, you deny the Frenchie. So I'm not surprised, usually because when you tend to rival Poland, that means you'll ally the Frenchie out the start. And England doesn't seem to... Ooh, geez, Castile is kind of solo in this start. It's not normal. Well, not that it's not normal, but I think we might see a Castilian eaten with very quickly. The problem is you got the Pole on your side. And the Pole's already gone for the TO. And it doesn't seem to be... It's the usual TO against the usual... Yeah. And against TO and LO. So unless they get too distracted, which I highly doubt. Alright, there we go. It's Hungary. Come back. Thank you. Yeah, I might have to marry them. Well, hopefully they'll marry me. Yeah, there we go. All good. I'd love to use that for a war against you, but Hungary doesn't seem to want the land. Oh, you also start with that truce against them, don't you, for 5 years, so I can't even bring you in on it. But it's a potential good start. I could take the Saxon land off you, hopefully. So with that, let's get Niederlausitz claimed. And you never know. Ideally, I'd like to get you... you already have powerful ally modifier, of course. Gonna love that piece of crap. Ooh, Brandenburg has peasant problems. And only allied with Mecklenburg. Anhalt allied Bohemian. Oh yeah, Anhalt. Right. You right next door, ally the Bohemian. I could probably try and use that, although obviously Bohemia being the bigger of the 2 could be a potential problem. And you'd be great to use if you weren't, stuck in that regency. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slow play to start with, as I always find. Oop. keep that open as well. Yeah, it's going to be a bit slow played as it usually is in the middle of the Empire. Nothing really you can do until, you know, things just come your way, or you can get enough, or you can get some decent friends. Secret Forms of Miracle, eh? Sweet. I'll be taking that and that. And Brandenburg is gone for the TO. Got your Poddebrad. Still allies with each other, alright. Cleves and Brunswick says Brandenburg. So yeah, you've gunned them down, the TO and the LO solo. Interesting if you would ever... I'm going to at Mecklenburg. I could potentially try and use that to get into you, but I don't think so. You're... The powerful rival malice seems to have gone away in Austria. And the other thing to consider is that I start as an elector here. I would vote for myself. The question is, do I want to try and get the electorship away from Austria? And the answer is... at this stage, probably not. So with that, Brunswick have attitude toward it. Oh, that's great. And Poland are nowhere near war exhaustion. Yep. That's just brilliant. And so I would never be able to bring Austria into a war against them, because that would be... they just won't do that. Frankfurt and Brunswick, I'd need to like get into Bohemia with some other secondary party, and then just turn around and tear them a new one. Augsburg, Frankfurt and Nuremberg, Hesse with Cleves. None of this is really of much use. It's also Franconian. The only same culture group, it wouldn't actually be completely same culture. Magdeburg allied at Lübeck though, I could get them. But I have to get through Brandenburg first. Let's try and get a claim on Potsdam. I don't know if we're going to be able to cut down Brandenburg as well. If Brunswick were to have or Limburg were to have a claim on any of these, I could bring them in under promise of land, tear them asunder, then get Magdeburg the easy way. Kind of consolidate this Saxon land around here if we can. But I don't really see it happening. And of course the Emperor doesn't really seem to care, because that army strength is just like, nope, 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 by a lot. Also, I don't know why they always have such a negative, why there's always that malice to the... why is there a malice to Navy strength when Navy is like, no. Or when I can't have a Navy. Don't really see how that's doable. Relations, yeah, none of those are ever going to happen at this stage. So I'd need something like bad to happen to Austria, and there we go, maxed at 125, can do nothing about it now. You still down by 8. Wurzburg, Anhalt. The question is, can I take Anhalt with some buddies just to get Bohemia? But I think Bohemia tend to have one of the somewhat early strong armies. 17, yeah. 17. I'd only be able to declare directly if I had Hungary's help, and they're obviously going to lose Janos the Hunyadi very early on. So yeah, it might be a game of sitting around trying to tech. And keep the army there just in case, so I could probably swing for someone. Tempted to try and swing for a mill advisor just to ensure I don't end ever falling behind. Just make sure I don't end up falling behind in mill in any way. So that's conquest against Brandenburg. Brunswick will come in for land. They're out at Mecklenburg, is this lot down here. If I can check Brandenburg, jeez, they're up to 13k. 13, Mecklenburg would add another... Mecklenburg, what would they add to us? 13, so that'd be 19 on 17. Not great. Especially if you're still in that war with the TO. You don't seem to be over there, though. I guess you don't have... no, you do have access through around them. You gave them access, though. Yeah, you're up in Revel. That could be an opportunity. If I could bring in Brunswick, give them Altmark as part of it, and I take Potsdam. Nuremberg, attitude towards enemies is low. Well, I think at this stage there's really not much of a choice in the matter. Let's go. I ain't waiting. And Berlin blocks. Berlin blocks, which is the big thing. That Berlin block is going to be a major pain, because Mecklenburg can now build up without any interference from us. Hey. Oh, hey. So they have, Mecklenburg has come in, and looks like Brunswick is going to go deal with them. Well, I guess not. Well, they might help me on this, considering I have some shock. Yeah, and the shock has helped. Ooh, where did you get Pomeranian tradition? Wait, Pomeranian traditions? Are you like sharing Pomeranian? Do you like share Pomeranian's ideas or something? You do? Hey, could you get over here, please? Hey, Brunswick. I kind of need some help under here. We're gonna need to occupy some of these things before we can go anywhere. And obviously, okay, you're gonna gonna keep Mecklenburg a little busy then, are you? Hopefully you'll do that. And the other thing is that Teutonic, oh, both the TO and the LO are right next door. Problem is, they can't seem to get on me. And I now need to wait to recover enough men so that we have the 9k. I'd love if you cancelled their access. Unfortunately, both of you guys have gotten the access through Brandenburg, although Brandenburg's still busy wasting away their time up there, so it is kind of a case of our siege against their siege. Hey! Okay, just gonna consolidate for now. Or consolidate while keeping the empty. Well, that might be even slower to reinforce now. Great, because I only got 10k. Although it looks like the TO are just recruiting mercs out in their one province there. Okay, can we have 9k please? There we go, 9k. We can actually progress this siege. At least I managed to steal enough money off of them. That's rebels. They're busy focusing on Leafland. So why you guys aren't wandering away more to deal with them. But obviously TO has kind of lost a lot of their force limit from Poland. Wow, really just ate them on the first shot, as per usual. The other thing is that if Brandenburg does come back, they'll have to go through the TO first, which will hurt them. Or the TO and the yellow first, which should hurt them. Oh, also, wait, is Pomerania just declared on... Ah, darn it. So Pomerania is gunning them down in Danzig. Question is, can we win this siege? And I think, wait, is that a 3? That's a 3 siege on Mecklenburg. Wow. I've seen some crazy shit in my days, but that is, like, seriously crazy. That is some really crazy shit there. 3 siege on the very first freaking general of the game. Like, wow. Ouch. That's a big one. And Austria, yeah, obviously still don't care really very much here. Hey, yeah, the early start. Oh, England and France are going at it already. Although France is attacking England solo, it seems. I wonder if that's them. I wonder if they're going to actually try and win that or not, or if they'll actually win that or not. Alright, come on, let's get this out of the way. Oh, oh, TO occupying things. Alright, I was like, what the hell happened there? No, just TO occupied things. I need to get Magdeburg in me after that. Okay, the peace stat for the LO though, just the LO, not the TO. And TO is actually technically winning against them. Let's see how that happens, or what happens with that. Oh, Austria's losing a vote. I'll do anything to get Austria away from that emperorship. So there we go, 3 for the Palatinate. Get the emperorship away from Austria is better. Oh, great, you're just going to march 13k right into this, aren't you? And you can't... Oh, perfect timing. We just got it. Ooh, piece that out. Oh, good timing. Before you arrive, I'll take your money. I'll take Berlin as well, but that would be... Actually, I could do that. And Berlin's a fort. Fort province I'm very happy for. How much money would I get? I would get the majority of the money. Yeah, I'll take this. And that gives them something. Cheers. Ooh, just before any of that happened as well. Before they came back to ruin the day. I'll be taking these, and then we gotta sit around for a while, because, yeah, that's gonna take a bit. However, I can now immediately use that force limit. Although considering I now have 2 forts, I need to consider where I'm going to go, because these won't make too much money to begin with. But now that I have some force limits, let's go mothball forts. Make a little bit of money when I take rid of that. Yeah, let's add some cap to this. Beautiful. So, let's see how are things. Whew. Oh, I get A with you, and you have unlawful. Oh, because you took this. Right, and Austria unlawfuled you. That would be interesting if Austria were to end up giving that away, or if Austria were to end up declaring on them for that. Brunswick. I give you the land, and what do? You unlawful it. Shag off, Oz. There's enough relations here that it shouldn't matter too much. And if they do, well, immediately allied them. Bohemia rivaled Hungary. See what happens there, if anything. TO. Wants access, sure. Don't know if they'll be of much use there, but what can you do? So, Brunswick and Lumberg, yeah, they're all a bit peeved, but what can you do? So the only other rivals of you guys are still just, well, Brunswick, who I'm already allied with, and now it's you is the big thing, who I want to sort out, but let's keep everything nice and calm. With regards to where everything is here. Oh, that dropped in a hurry. You allied my oh, right, because you allied Brandenburg. What, is that for their safety or something? I don't know. That's almost what it seems like. So that's with my max army, which is still over. I'm over? Oh, wait, the unlawful... Oh, local manpower modifier. Is that probably what's hurting us? Well, we can afford to... We can put the maintenance down just a little bit. Hang around for a while and see what we can get around here. Ottomans have said Austria's their rival. Okay, that'll be an interesting move if they actually do go in early. Oh, and then we border you. Bohemia set Bavaria, allied Salzburg. Hey, what about the Danish? I'm allied to your rival. Now I'm allied to your rival. These rival things are... Ugh. That's the only thing about when you're a miner in here, you're like, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna find people from? Save the Saxon people in Lubos, which is from, oh right, that thing from Poland. And wow, Pomerania have seriously lost. Pomerania have completely lost to the TO. Only the fact that they own Memel, but they can't make any progress on Königsberg. TO might actually get some of this land. It'll be interesting to see what happens up here with the TO. It'll be an interesting thing as to what happens. Okay, Austria's no longer hostile. That's good news. Why, do they get distracted elsewhere? Busy elsewhere? I don't know. Bohemia killing Wurzburg early. Oh, Austria's got the votes back again, darn it. I need to see if I can swing some of these guys my way, if at all possible, but Cologne is down a lot due to relations. Almost allied to your rival somehow as well. And Mainz is friendly. Usually they tend to get eaten early. I guess let's ally Mainz for now. They don't seem to be in the war, but that would help anyway. Down by 31. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to flip enough people for conversions. That's down by 200 because, yeah, they just they're buddies with Austria almost undoubtedly. Yeah, well, let's just improve Mainz's relations here. Yeah, still the same, all that stuff. I don't really need to be worrying about it. Okay, yeah, you look to be... You're in that... Oh yeah, you declared on the Wurzburg. I'd love to see if Austria ends up going for... We're dealing with them for that. And also, it's only Berlin that got unlawful. This didn't. Oh, that's a 444. That's a nice province for manpower. Although it's also got iron. It's also got iron. Here's 444 with cloth, though. Let's see what happens. Wow, is Bohemia going to lose this? That'd be interesting if they did. Wurzburg, Frankfurt against just Bohemia and Silesia. That's a possibility. Unfortunately, I wouldn't ever be able to declare into them, as Poland would back them up far, far too... They'd be way too happy to defend them, which is annoying and unfortunate. And looks like Frenchie is just winning the day over there for England to get everything. Alright, I do need to line up Magdeburg at some point. But we'll need to take a while for letting some of this die off. It's going to take quite a while actually, and it's another reason why I'm probably going to want to try and sneak out influence first very quickly if at all possible. Get some influence on the go, combine that with Diplo rep, but get that AE impact. Get that AE impact. Oh, especially because I'm not going to need the dip elsewhere. I'm really not. I'll take that. We can take the unrest. It's only in Berlin. It's only in Berlin. This is the only place that matters. We are starting to get the tax back up. 'Tis all good. We have the money. 0.6 ducats. Can I actually afford? Probably not afford to pay the army. Brunswick on Munster. Interesting. Against Brunswick and Cleves, against Munster and Bremen. Possibly. But I think I need to get Magdeburg out. So once one of these maxes out, we're going to start at least getting a claim on Magdeburg. We'll wait and see if we're actually going to be able to make use of it. Bohemia gave up. Oh, they lost Silesia. Bohemia lost Silesia. Ooh, Silesia have said Brandenburg as their rival. Okay, good. Ooh, but Bohemia lost Silesia. Wow, that's an immediate loss to their power. Losing Silesia. That's a real big loss early. So not as much of a problem really here, I wouldn't say. At least I wouldn't think I'd say. Alright, just start giving the tech. I just want to get through, at least get to tech 4. After this I'm probably going to save for getting influence and just running through a couple of ideas very quickly, because influence, that'll be nice for quicker claims, diplo annexation, but we want to get to that AE impact as quick as possible. And, okay, done with mates. Right, Magdeburg. Get the claims on the go. Speaking of the relation, okay, I can upgrade once I get big enough because I'm elector. Yes, it's one of the advantages of starting as an elector. You can upgrade all the way if you so choose. Okay, I have 2 of the votes. Hello, I should switch. I should cast a vote for me. I should cast my vote for myself. Oh, Palatinate changed because I'm not... Oh, I'm not backing Palatinate, so they switched. Huh, interesting. Because they had my backing, they were willing to back their own candidacy. But I can only go 2 on 2. However, Anhalt became lesser partner in a personal union. Oh, you joking me, right? Well, wait, that's Anhalt. Okay, that's fine. They're in the way. I don't care. It was just a random PU out of nowhere. Ooh, Sexy Nuremberg with Brandenburg. That's doable. Okay, I'm probably... Oh, and Magdeburg. Hey, perfect. Double dip. Okay, I think... No, if anything right now, I want to get it away from Austria. So right now 2 votes for Palatinate. That's the lead. If I can get it away from Austria, grand. Although that means I will need a nice... I will need to find someone who's a pretty decent friend who's nice and big, just in case. Just in case someone were to come knocking, because right now Austria is kind of defending the empire. But I don't see them really doing much else. So Magdeburg allied with Lübeck and Brandenburg. I could bring in Brunswick. Is in a war and they might not come in. Munster and Bremen. Bremen currently being sieged by... Oh, by Friesland. Okay. Or I could bring them in. I could bring in Limburg under promise of some land. Do they want anything off of this? I'd love if they wanted some land off of Brandenburg. Oh wow, TO. Wow, TO got it all. Good job, TO. Teutonic Germany. Oh, and they rivaled me. Well then. That's interesting, TO. You don't have any you are aware you don't have any friends, right? I could just start claiming on you and just take this land. And I believe if I take this off of them, I almost get it's almost like I get a free claim for taking this land straight off of them. Ugh, discovered immediately. Gonna take some time to burn that off, but of course you're not HRE, so I could get them for that. Okay, there's that claim on Magdeburg, but we'll hold on to that for a bit. We need to work on where Pomerania is now OPM. Anhalt discovered fabricating. Interesting. And we'll stop them. I'll take that tech for church. Oh, they gave one back. Okay, they gave Kolberg back, so I could... Oh, I could get my coast right here, Griefswald and Stettin. Just take that off the TO. And I believe I think there's an event for... Or not an event, but a thing where it's like if you take these off of someone who wasn't a member of the Empire, I think you get that free claim. That's what it was, I believe, in EU3. I don't know if it's the same here. Okay, let's afford to pay... Let's pay the army for a bit. Although it's going to take... Actually, hang on, it's going to take a few years before they're even available, so we'll keep the pay down. And how's Brunswick doing over there? We got the thing with Munster. We've got a province. Friesland has also attacked Munster. And that was Bremen. Oh, proper barons. Right, Votland. Tax. Yeah, tax. Tax. There's really not much point. Just give it the tax, although I'd much rather you guys switched around to Wittenberg and Leipzig. Although also these 444 provinces would be really nice. So, Brunswick got a bit. That Brandenburg is their rival, and probably watch them give in to the Emperor. No, they ate the unlawful, surprisingly. Why is that? You don't have many big allies. You really don't. You really don't have many big allies. I'm surprised you were willing to do that. If the Emperor comes knocking, you're not really going to have my help here. I can tell you that. You're not going to have my help if the Emperor comes knocking for you after that. Ooh, Hungary. Oh, you got your Hunyadi. Sweet. You are 12. Please marry me. You probably will. There's the Hungarian. There we go. Good. See, scoring the Austrian as per usual. Okay, Austria's gunning Venice. Against... Well, that's going to be a big one there. Alright, well, Austria's busy, so... Anyway, I'll continue. I'll put the cuss in here, see what happens in the next one. If I can actually get this claim finished and get this land off the TO, that'd be great, because they don't have much they could really do. At least I don't think they do. Teutonic Order, 5,000 troops, and these are not fortified, so I just occupy the pair of these, no problem, and if they get access or anyone, I just march through and squish face, so... Although, they're not at Mill 4 either. Well, that's good. Anyway, let's continue this in the next one.